So I'm GJ van Rooyen from Custos Media Technologies, and we're a Stellenbosch-based company that specializes in anti-piracy and content protection.
And GJ, you came up with a new idea for tackling content piracy.
Mm-hmm.
How did that occur to you?
Well, it might be useful to say what the new idea is and go from there, because we essentially use Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies to let downloaders of pirated content rat on the uploaders. So we're creating a perverse incentive for the piracy community to turn on themselves. And it came about from an experience I had probably about a decade ago, where I purchased some kind of ebook online. It was before Kindles or iPads or anything like that, so it was just a plain PDF. And I paid for it with my credit card online, opened up my new ebook and discovered that as a footnote on each and every page was my name, the credit card number I just used, the expiry date and the security number. So I suddenly realized that with this ebook has come a very real responsibility for me not to redistribute it. Now, I mean, you can't really do that. I've never seen that approach being used anywhere else, because you can't disclose clients' credit card information. But we became interested in combining content security with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and realized that you can do exactly that with cryptocurrencies. You can literally embed a little bit of money inside each unique media item that gets sent to a recipient, and make that recipient responsible not just to keep the digital media intact, but to keep the wallet inside the media intact. And of course, if it leaks, we make it trivially easy for any pirate in the downloading community to anonymously pocket the money inside the media from wherever they are in the world. The moment that happens, we see the transaction on the blockchain, and we can literally within seconds notify our clients that media has leaked and who the original recipient of that media was. Because of course that's the big problem, not knowing that your content is being pirated, but understanding where the sources of piracy are. And it's usually somebody known to our clients who is that very first recipient of a copy that gets feet and somehow ends up being hosted on the Pirate Bay.
And so who is interested in deploying the system?
Content owners and producers and distributors. So at the moment we have a core product that has very general applicability. So it's possible for us to protect any type of media really that supports some kind of watermarking, because we use a digital forensic watermark to hide the Bitcoin inside the media. So at the moment we have a lot of interest from the film industry and from the ebook industry. For the film industry, we both have an enterprise solution that integrates with existing distribution platforms, and a very nice little software as a service platform where even the smallest of producers can sign up and send pre-release screeners or screener copies for buyers to anyone in the world without much technical knowledge or integration costs or hassle. And then we've partnered with an ebook platform creator in the UK to handle all sales to the ebook industry across the world. So
and have you got interest from African broadcasters and?
We have the past couple of days here at DISCOP. I mean, it's a wonderful opportunity to really get into contact with the African distributors. We haven't really had the chance to actively engage with any of the local networks or producers. We've worked very closely with South African movie producers, and we're protecting many South African movies at the pre-cinematic release screener distribution stage right now. We used it as a pilot of our technology, but we're at the point where we'd like to get other African companies on board and let them try out the tech and see how it works.
And you're a startup that came out of Stellenbosch University.
That's right.
And how did that happen?
Yes, well, I happen to be a reformed academic. I used to teach at Stellenbosch University. We were doing research on new media technologies in general, sponsored by a large multinational media company called Naspers, and they were interested in moving fundamental and applied research a little bit ahead into pre-commercial research, where we take all of these great new technologies emerging from our research labs and hash them together in new ideas that could be products or startups or something that you could use commercially. And in the process of doing work on content distribution, we became interested in Bitcoin as an emerging technology. At that stage, Naspers didn't have a strong interest in cryptocurrency, so we went ahead on our own ticket. and stumbled on the idea, and we very rapidly patented that. Stellenbosch University has excellent support for patenting, for taking ideas out of the lab and into commercial activity, and that's what we did. We spun out a company, and eventually I realized that there's a good opportunity. I need to spin out with the company, so here I am.
And you've had investment in the company?
Yes, we've had investment from a variety of sources. So our main investor is a private local South African investor. We've had some investment both in terms of the IP and financial support from the university. Then we VC-backed a US-based venture capital firm called the Digital Currency Group, based in New York, has invested in us. And we've had a very, very generous investment from the Technology Innovation Agency here in South Africa. They actually gave us our very first seed funding, and they followed up later with quite a large line of credit for taking the work further.